So much grams, unzip the bag, dip in my hand, then I palm trees. So when you throw shade, it could never harm me. So when you throw shade, it could never harm me. So much grams, unzip the bag, dip in my hand, then I palm trees. So when you throw shade, it could never harm me. So when you throw shade, it could never harm me. Lions don't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. On the road to the riches, money sticking to my cleats. I am my many feet, skin noir, darky meat. Niggas with the most opinions usually have the least. It's funny how now rappers be on they druggy shit. Downloaded my tape, sat back, study shit. Acid pack 100 hits, shroom caps and hash bricks. Trippy like that Destiny Child chick on 106. This white bitch had the fucking nerve to call me a nigga when she the one paying the surgeon for her lips to get bigger. Do you get the bigger picture? Shit is back with my nigga. You sneak dissing, taking jabs will get your boxing on, cause you ain't get the word. I'm Glock Lesnar in the...
Yeah, keep doing your thing. Don't let anything bother you. This is super casual, pretty relaxed. We're just gonna be chilling in the crib. Mind if I eat one of those?
Definitely. Do you, boo?
That's a big one in there.
Yeah.
You're saving that for like a special day?
Nope. These are just the left of, I like grind.
Can I have this one?
Yeah. Take what you'd like, babe. I grind up mushrooms and put them in capsules and eat them like supplements in the morning. And
Nice.
It helps with, when I do that and drink like my mushroom tea, helps with my brain function and my body function, just because I have a lot of feeling in my body and puts it there.
Did Liv eat one?
She did, yes. You don't like the taste of them? What the hell?
Are you plugging your nose?
Yeah. It's like eating pumpkin seeds. How dare you? How
Well, he
dare
doesn't
you?
even like regular mushrooms. Like, he doesn't like to eat them, so...
Who are you? Are we recording right now?
Technically, yes, but we haven't
Okay.
started, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna include that.
That's okay. I love my tits. They're nice.
You got water and moisture on those at one point, huh?
No, they're just maybe like a little old right now. Probably like 5 months old.
Like when you took them camping.
I haven't taken them camping.
Oh, really?
They just sit in my I have like a weed shelf thingamabobber. They sit underneath, but I always have my window open, so that could be a possibility.
Got it. Yeah, we are good. That's funny you wanted to come out here, Liv. Like usually you're like, don't touch me, don't talk to me, don't look at me in the morning. Like I'll see you guys at 6.
I'm not gonna see you for like ever today.
Why?
Because you're gonna go to the beach and then you're going to work.
Truth.
When are you gonna be home tonight?
Around like 9:30. Not too late.
There might be someone here.
Cool.
Put a sock on the door. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you've never done an interview or anything before?
Not like this, no.
I'm down to get rolling if you are.
Really, I definitely am too.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Right?
I appreciate you coming out here. This is like, for me, this is like, hold on everybody, calm down. We have Jaycee Cruz in the building right now. Like I wish I had like a siren DJ thing that goes like, and like confetti's
DJ
raining from the
Khaled.
thing, and like people are like running in here with like alcohol, and you're just like ripping shots and stuff. First time, actually no, I take that back. Usually, it's been a second before I've done a couple morning episodes in like a month-ish span.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So morning episodes always kind of a interesting vibe, but yeah, you're here right now. I'm down to get started. Let's do it.
Cool.
Your Your name is Jaycee.
Mm-hmm.
Your initials are also JC because your last name is Cruz. So there's already something weird going on.
I guess. I don't know.
And you are a specimen. You are a crazy person. You're crazy.
In like a good way.
Yeah,
though.
no, in a good way. Cause
Like,
yeah, no, I'm definitely crazy. So like, I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
But like, you're like crazy.
Crazy attracts crazy, you know?
That's true. A little chaos.
But, you know, crazy also attracts good crazy, you know? I don't know, define crazy. What do you...
Be careful calling women crazy.
Yeah,
nowadays.
I mean, I am crazy though, you know? But, like, I enjoy my kind of crazy because I'm, like, crazy fun, you know? Not crazy, like, I'm gonna fucking stab you kind of shit, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Like... Let's eat a mushroom, drink some champagne, let's go get naked at the beach. Like, perfect Cinco de Mayo, right?
Like, you kind of remind me of, like, a jellyfish, and you're just, like, you're not floating, but you have, like, these tentacles, and you're, like, pronging them into, like, people, if that
Okay.
makes sense. Which is cool, which is good. Like, I can't really put my finger on who you are yet. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's still more in the process, and it almost sounds like you're kind of looking for new friends to make. Like you said, people don't hit you up as often as you would like to be hit up.
Definitely. And, I mean, I'm kind of bad at hitting people up as well, so it's kind of a two-way street, I'd say. But I'm always looking for new connections, because human connection is very important in life, and... when you find the right people that you just want to be connected with all of the time, then your life changes, you know? And I don't know. I was bullied a lot growing up, so it's been hard for me to, like, be my full self without people thinking that I'm too fucking weird, because I'm a weird person, but I'm growing to love my weird side and just my individuality, you know? And... yeah, I appreciate you wanting even to be my friend.
How did you used to get bullied? Like, would you pull up on the scene and then they were like, no, like, it's her again, like, go, it's like her, watch out.
Shoot. Started in
They'd throw stuff at you.
Started in 6th grade. Girls would, in my class, like, put lotion on my seat and throw water bottles at me during class. And there was, like, a point in time where, like, my teacher had to walk me to the bus stop, you know, and make sure that I got onto the bus because she was worried for my safety. And then, like, on top of that, growing up in a tiny small town called Riverdale, represent, Cowtown. Not like the show. Definitely not like the show. Whatchamacallit? Everybody knew everybody. It was tiny community, like smaller than Templeton, you know? I mean, yeah. That's a... But anyways, my middle brother was actually one of my biggest bullies in life. And because we were only 18 months apart, and he's a grade above me, and so like him and his friends used to always pick on me. And like when we hit high school, we were like best friends at home, but then when we got to school, it was just like a different version of him came out. And then like I remember like we had like this rally at school, a lunchtime rally, and we had all these little water balloons, and I used to sit maybe like 10 yards away from him at a lunch table, and I came over and I like popped it on his head, and mind you, it's like 95 degrees out. Well, this motherfucker comes up to me and fucking squeezes an orange on top of my head, and then the rest of the lunch period, him and his friends just kept throwing like fruit at me and stuff. And I'm like, fuck you guys, you know, the bell rings, and I'm going to my locker, grab my book, start going to my next class, and him and his 3 buddies come up to me and drench me in Gatorade. Like, just fucking fully drench me, and I just took it, and I kept walking, and I went to my English class, and I sat down, and I had like mascara running down my face, and my English teacher, he was just like, what the fuck happened to you? And I was all, J-Rad happened, and he started laughing, and he was like, your brother's an asshole. Go to the bathroom. Go clean yourself. And I was just... Because he used to, you know, he had him the year prior, and he had my oldest brother a few years prior, you know, so he kind of knew us and the J-Rad ways, but, yeah.
So it almost sounds like you kind of started it, if you're popping a water balloon on someone's head.
I mean, yeah, but, like...
It's different than getting drenched in Gatorade.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, it is different, but, like, it almost kind of sounds like it's, like you're down for, like, an open warfare.
I mean, it's...
Like, sometimes, like, if you start shit, other people are, like...
Definitely.
They hype it up, and they, you know, they take it up a notch.
This motherfucker used to call me Shamu the Whale, and, like, used to just call me horrible names, and, like, one point in time, he had, like, my grade, his grade, and the grade above me. You know, we're a tiny school. Not liking me for shit. I still don't know what I did to this day, you know, because he just had so much influence on people, and... Once I moved up here and, like, I changed schools, I went to Atascadero for half of my junior year and my senior year. Like, our relationship changed, school and life changed, and now we're closer than ever. And I know we don't hang out as often because we are on our separate, you know, lives. We have our separate lives, but, yeah, we're definitely better. And I feel like he appreciates me more because he went into the military right after high school, and crazy shit happened, and he came back, and he didn't have friends or anything, and I introduced him to, like, a group of my guy friends, and those became his buddies, and I feel like he realized, like, the shit he put me through and, like, how bad it actually was, you know, because he apologized to me. Like, I've never seen my brother be worried about, you know, just our relationship, and I don't know, like, it was nice to have some closure off of some old shit. And I'm still learning to get over, like, the past of bullying, but growth, man.
You know how earlier I was like, I got some shit I want to say?
Definitely.
I'm ready.
Okay.
It took me a second to figure out an answer, but I remember last time you stopped by here, we were talking about, like... You said something about having a devil on your shoulder, and I looked at you and I'm like, I am the devil. And you're like asking why, and just like perfect example, like maybe like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, I'm not gonna go into details and like re-spark a bunch of events happening, but pretty much I uploaded a podcast. Had like pretty much like a family DMing me, just disgusted with me, sending me paragraphs, just like fuck you, all this stuff, because I uploaded this thing and like they didn't support the person that came on, and just like long story short, they're just pissed, fucking like blasting me and shit. And then another person ended up seeing it, and like all this other shit ended up going down, and like they like went off on me in person. And off camera, I'll tell you a little bit later. But like some stuff happened where I had to do some stuff to leave a situation behind. But it worked out for the better. But like that's just a quick thing that already happened since like the last time I saw you, literally.
So why would you consider that, you know, a
no, just like yeah, no, I'll keep going into detail. But that's just like multiple people already pissed at me, just like literally like with hatred, just like disgust, right? And then even like thinking more of a better answer for you, just who I am, and just like I guess kind of like my personality, like some of the hatred that I carry with me in terms of how I wish society and honestly just like my life was. I'm somebody that I don't like it when a lot of stupid things exist in terms of how society is run. I don't fuck with a ton of these laws that are made, like drug laws or abortion laws, or just like, so I can just keep going on and on, but those are like a big one for me is like drug laws. Like I want I want to be somebody that can literally change that and make certain drugs legal, if that makes sense. Or the fact that so much of politics, like, for example, Joe Biden, like he's somebody that has no idea what the agenda that he's actually following. He's just like appealing and being the good guy for the masses, and he's going on stage and reading what other people have written in front of him, where I feel like if you're going to be somebody that's in control and has power, you have to be legit, you have to be transparent, you have to be dope. You can't follow this persona and pathway that other people have put in front of you. So like I hate that type of shit, bro. Like I literally, like, it is one of like my ultimate goals is to somehow be in office one day and just start changing shit, and honestly just try and give people a vision for what I get, not necessarily what politics is. I fucking hate politics. I hate you can't come to our school, you can't come to our work, you can't jump on this plane because you don't have the vaccine. That's fucking bullshit. That's segregation. That's the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard. Like, yeah, I just take things for what they are, and I take a ton of stuff super literal. And I just sit back and I'm like, I can't believe, I just can't believe any of this, you know? And then I have like, another thing is just the amount of lies and bullshit that I've seen unfold in front of me the last month. There's no such thing as you will get far faking it till you make it. I think that's the stupidest thing. Nobody at the top is ever going to get to the top by faking it until they make it. Another thing, the truth always prevails. Somebody a couple months ago, they were like, no, like, this person got away with this and this person got away with this. The thing is, I think the truth always prevails, whether it's a year later or 100 years later. Like, the truth does come out, and I think the good does necessarily win. It just takes time. And I'm seeing these people pay for views and pay for likes, and just the amount of dedication that they're trying to have so fucking hard to be famous. It's just like disgusting to me. And the ways they're going about it to be somebody that they're not, and fake it until they're making it. I just can't get behind anything that they are doing, and I've just been subjected to it for a little bit now, and this is just me just speaking out. And that's the thing, like, again, the truth does prevail, because you can lie to me for over a year straight, and I'm just like I said earlier, taking things for what they are and believing them and supporting you. But the thing is, right when I like find out the truth, because the truth does eventually come out, I promise you, then I'm not rocking with you anymore. And anybody around me that asks who you are and about you, I'm going to tell them the fucking truth of what happened. So now you just lost me, and anybody else around me, I'm going to give them the pollution that you gave me, and I'm going to explain the lies that you said and your whole personal agenda of faking it until you make it, because you are never going to get anywhere in this fucking world faking it until you make it. You might think you're getting somewhere, but you ain't doing shit. Like, yeah.
Thank you for
But
speaking your truth.
I just have that, like, I just get in these moods where I'm just like, oh my gosh,
That's
like
true.
I'm draining this negative energy, and it's just becoming like a part of me. The thing is, you should have seen this live on fucking Monday. Remember when you and Hunter and I were in the living room, and I was doing this, but times like 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is definitely a specific case that he's kind of talking about that's come to light of like someone that he thought one thing about that now it's like, oh, those things definitely weren't really what that person's about.
Definitely.
None of it was even remotely real, and I just started.
But laser takes people at face value
I
until
do.
he knows better, you know?
Until I know better, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, I figured stuff out, and then one lie turned into many lies that I believed, and then I started like. You don't want me to start doing my own research
does
on
his
you.
research,
You do
yeah.
not want me to start doing that. Because then
He's a fact
I
checker.
keep finding out
Funny.
more shit. I literally
Dude.
kept finding out more shit. And I'm just like, dude, like,
It started with
This-
Hunter and I kind of telling him this is what we think, and now he's like, he has even more proof than
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Right.
Again, like, I'll just keep saying it. Like, these people who are trying to be famous and the best person alive, the way you're going about it is so fucked up and it's so fucking stupid. If you want to be legitimate, you want to be
Your full authentic self.
if you want to be legit like you're saying you are and you want to be some number one contender, the only way to even do that, you got to be dope, you got to be legit, you got to be authentic.
Even if you do make it based on like your fake stuff like that, you're not going to be happy in it. You're going to regret.
Well, and the
like,
truth is
living a
going
lie.
to come out. Like Taj was talking about some famous person, and then it's like they just performed at a concert and there was like 10 people there. Like, yeah, the truth comes out. But anyway, I'm done talking about that. Tell me about yourself. You said you're from the area. You said
I'm not
you've
from the area.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. You've been moving around like a train engine from this city to this city to this city.
Yeah.
Can you name all the cities like you did that one time?
I
where you
sure
were just
can.
like,
Okay, so
dun, 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 dun.
What do you want from like the very first time I moved from my like childhood home?
No,
or
from when you got here.
to
Because
Tascadero?
you said you moved to
Okay.
Oceano like 8 times or something.
Okay, so I moved up to Tascadero December of 2014, graduated in 16. Then I moved to San Luis Obispo, had a very shitty girl roommate situation. Girls are awful sometimes. Noted. Just saying.
Same.
Let's see. Okay, so Atascadero to SLO, then from SLO to Templeton to Santa Margarita. Then I went to Fresno, lived with my older brother. Then I lived with another gal at Bulldog Village for about 2 months. And then from there, went to Oceano, rented out a room for my dad. From there, I went to SLO, broke up with my boyfriend, went back to my dad's in Oceano, had another boyfriend. He made me move out of my dad's house, got another place in San Luis. Then we moved to Atascadero, found out he was cheating on me a few days later, moved back to my dad's. And then for my dad's, my dad's in Oceano. From Oceano, Grover Beach to Paso to Santa Cruz back to Paso to San Luis, and then from San Luis to Morro Bay. And
And I don't even know if that matched the first thing that you said because there's so many cities
Yeah.
and like shit that you just named.
definitely.
You know, like you might be forgetting a couple places.
I mean, my car. Or my truck, you know. I lived out of my car. The first time I lived in San Luis, and that girl roommate situation was awful. Like, I was bullied there, too. Like, one night, I was cooking in a pan, and, like, I was, like, trying to, flip my shit, and the pan was, like, scraping on the bottom, and my roommate came down and started yelling at me, and, like, about the kitchen, and touching her shit, and just being so fucking petty. And then, like, the next night, I fucking left. I locked myself out of the house, and they weren't home. I had called them and like waited like 2 hours outside for them to come home. And then I came inside, and then 2 of my roommates like cornered me against the wall, and I literally just like slid down. And if it wasn't for me, doing that, they would have beaten my ass that night just over some dumb.
Really?
Yes. So
I don't
after
think they would have hit you.
they were some Bay Area crazy ass bitches that fucking just, I don't know. I've never been around girls like that. I have older brothers and older cousins, so different for me, I guess. But
I wonder what their side of the story was.
oh my god,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter with the crazy ones like that.
Yeah.
That's so funny, dude.
And then after that, I just didn't feel comfortable living there anymore, so I packed my shit up and I lived in my car for like 3 or 4 weeks and was just kind of couch hopping a little bit and partying a lot in SLO. And then the second time I was living out of my vehicle was when I was first living in Santa Cruz and kind of went up on a whim and got a job out there. And just, I've moved because of life situations and just needing to be living where my work was at the time, or just situational. And now I'm like finally growing roots in Morro Bay and I love it. And I don't regret anything, honestly. Anything that I've gone through or that I've done, or, you know, it's made me who I am. It's made me stronger. It's made me grow. It's made me grow up at a young age. And, you know, like, I've been supporting myself since I was 16, 17 years old. Like, I'm so fucking proud of myself for where I'm at right now and how I'm doing. Jaycee Cruz in the house.
I said it to you then and I'll say it again, but you are a gypsy. You're constantly moving, you're prowling, you are literally out living in your truck on the streets. Like, you are a gypsy person. Like, it's in your blood.
That's okay with me,
You know?
man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I love
You're
to
having
travel
fun.
too, you know?
You seem like there's nothing that can really bring you down.
I mean,
Like, you seem super happy, super upbeat, cheerful. I don't feel like you're crying in your room at night, you know?
not anymore, I mean.
It's almost kind of like
few
you don't
times.
care anymore, too.
I had to just give 0 fucks. I don't give a fuck what you think or what the world thinks. I'm gonna do me and be me and keep finding myself and working on me. And, you know, what is meant for me will be, and what's not meant for me won't, you know? And just started learning to be here now, you know, and being present in my life and being present with the things that I do and what I'm trying to attract in life, you know, like, I don't know. And I'm still learning and living and failing and learning some more and growing and just continuing the cycle.
Do you have a friend group right now? Are you locked in with
Like
core friend group?
a core friend group? No.
Group chats?
I've never had a core friend group. I'm always even a gypsy within like friends too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my level, well, not even say level, but my friend, what's the word? Just like all my friends are different and unique in their own ways, you know. Like I've yet to come across like 3-4 individuals who were just tight as fuck and, you know, just fuck shit up and shit, you know. I don't know. Yeah, not yet. I mean, not like you guys have. It's like,
I was gonna say, that sounds like what we have somewhat, yeah.
yeah,
And,
like maybe one day.
This is the first friend group I've had like that, though, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Really?
It's like this solid, absolutely, yeah.
Well, cheers to you.
Thank you. Cheers to you too. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we are recruiting.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we're looking for newbies,
Okay.
and especially of the
We
female,
lost a
the
couple
female
people.
variety.
We lost a
Okay.
couple
I need more
people.
Where's the
girls in here.
application? Where do I
Yeah.
sign up?
We have a couple deal breaker questions.
We're like, yeah.
Oh, what's the deal? Okay, I'll
We're
hear
gonna
them.
vet you.
We also have like a little like Dropbox.
Yeah, we're like, here's where you leave your application. We'll let you know in 5 to 7 business days.
It's literally like Hunter that like reviews it. Shit.
He's in the box and he just waiting for it to like come through.
Shit, I still owe Hunter a chicken, bro.
Hunter would be a funny review person. Like him just like fucking like caffeined out, just fucking like unshaven, beat and abused, just looking at things with glasses on and like has Bobby on the phone and Hunter has like a big like dip of fucking tobacco in his lips and he's just like reading, like scribbling things out, like putting question marks, highlighting things, like has a highlighter cap in his mouth and spits it out onto the table.
Hunter's on my shit list right now. So.
You said he made you fall.
But
He fell over.
Oh, we were walking back to my truck after being downtown. Mind you, I only had one beer. He was fucked up as fuck. And he started pulling me, and then he trips over a fucking crack, and as I'm falling, his knee hits my head as my head hits the fucking concrete. And I had a fucking goose egg on the back of my head for a week, dude. Like, gave myself a mini concussion, was not cool as fuck. He's still cool as fuck. I owe you a chicken.
Well, I guess maybe now you're even.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I had just gone to the chiropractor too and just had like my whole body put back into place, and like the next few days I was just like, fuck, I hope I didn't just throw myself out, you know, like I was just back again, and then it went away, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I feel good. And I've been working out, I've been boxing.
You and Hunter have similar vibes.
Jaycee and Hunter?
Yeah, they're.
Oh, he's a local
They're a
boozer.
similar level of crazy, like in the good way.
Okay.
In the good way.
Hunter's not out there like Jaycee is, though.
You should. I mean, did you see him on your birthday?
Yeah.
He was matching your energy pretty well.
Yeah. Well, Hunter was
maybe not
Hunter was
sober
on
all
some
the time,
bullshit.
but-
Hunter was like creeping around and like putting his arms around people and like trying to like corner people and
No, I was
shit.
like, are you okay, girl? Like, do you need help?
Me?
No, I was saying that to another.
Oh,
Hunter.
shit.
I was like,
I'm
is he
like,
bothering you? And
nah.
she was like, all the guys here are bothering me.
That's
my
funny,
God.
dude.
Well,
That's
she
funny.
probably didn't belong here because...
Yeah, I was like, you know, this is not your scene.
Shoot, and we all went up on the roof, and then there was like an hour and a half of us just talking in different languages, and like,
Yeah, I was about to come up there. And
fucking it was the most fun shit that I've done.
Yeah,
in
don't
quite a
remind
while.
us about that.
Why?
You kept us all awake.
Because we were like, yo, you're screaming on our roof after we just got a noise complaint.
I
on
honestly,
Easter Sunday.
I
Like,
fucked up by not throwing you guys off.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
No.
I didn't even...
It's just we have a house.
There's a whole apartment
I'll
complex
show
right
you.
there.
I'll show you. on the
Okay,
way
okay,
out. No, you're good though.
But I don't apologize,
It's
though, like-
it's honestly my fault.
Yeah, but like... I'm so... Like, yeah, fuck, I'm sorry, dude. Like, shit.
Are you? What's y'all's champagne vibe right now?
I
You
just
guys
filled
wanna split
myself
this
up
3 ways?
a little more. Can I have some more orange juice though?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get a burrito.
They are truly therapeutic because when I was down in the dumps the other week, based on some of the stuff I was just telling you,
Mm-hmm.
I bunged Oscar's line. Banged.
You bunged Oscar.
I bunged his line and I was like, yo,
What
are
do
you
mean
free
a bung?
tonight? Are you free tonight? Like, what's going on? Yada, yada, yada. He's like, yo, like, we're going to this bar downtown IAG. And I go up to the bar. They're with a homie. Of course, they know the bartender. They're chopping up, having a great time. Like, Lucas is buying people rounds. Then we bar hop to the next bar. Of course, they know the other two bartenders
They know
in there.
everyone,
They know
Was
everybody.
this
in this-
karaoke night?
Yeah, this is karaoke night. And then we start getting fucked up, or I'm getting fucked up at least, and they're like putting songs on to karaoke, and they're like singing and dancing better than anybody I've ever like heard. Them and their friend Doug. Shout out Doug if you're watching this. But they're doing stuff I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Singing, and like one of the bartenders is holding a fan. And it's blowing their long hair back,
Oh my
and they're
God.
just like pointing and just doing the craziest stuff. And like, of course, with those two, the bartenders are like giving them beers and
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, it's on the house."
Yeah.
And like Lucas is buying people rounds and this and that, and it's just so like, it's so chill, but yet there's so much going on, and I'm just like sitting there just like this, like literally in like a translucent like daze,
Yeah.
just like this, literally, but like so happy, and like I can just feel my fucking receptors going off in such a
Serotonin.
positive
Yeah.
manner in my brain, and they're just they're honestly truly therapeutic, and they're just so dope. They're so G, they're so real. They're not fucking paying for friends, they're not paying for likes, they're not paying for views. They're literally just like, hey, that like we're just out here super mellow, super chill, super humble. Like we're just gonna kick it tonight. But like it's such a turn up party event. It's honestly ridiculous.
I literally saw Oscar on your birthday and I started crying because I was like, the place is so beautiful, Oscar. Like I literally like I just have to cry that like I even know you and you own that. Like it's in like.
That's
and it's
awesome.
like they don't even care too.
No,
they're just
like, yeah,
they're just
whatever,
like
that's
this.
my thing.
They're just like
Yeah.
like
It's just how they live their life.
yeah, literally.
They're not doing it for our approval or whatever.
Yeah, they don't care, which is good. They don't care at all.
That's why I said they're men. They are like grown men.
Yeah.
They do not have time for that bullshit.
Yeah.
I can definitely say that his voice is very therapeutic to my ears. I could listen to him speak all day.
He's a rapper too.
Apparently he's a badass musician. He did
Yeah.
keys. He was showing me like pictures of him back in the day, you know, with his hair in the fan.
Romance here. Come on.
What?
I'm so happy to hear this.
What?
They deserve it. They deserve it. They're good boys.
Definitely.
What are you up to right now? Like, what is are you like staying around here? Are you moving anywhere
no,
soon?
I am staying
You're working 2 jobs.
Technically, I'm working like 3. right
Tell
now.
us about all 3.
All 3. Well,
You're a
I work,
security officer.
Yeah, I'm a certified badass. Let's see. So I work at Blue Sky Bistro in Morro Bay. It's a little restaurant on the water, and I'm a waitress there. It's pretty cool. I get to be on the ocean front, and I don't know. It's decent money, so it's not too bad of a living. And security is just for fun. I do security for events for Miller Event Management, and we do security for Avila Beach, Vina Robles, any random events throughout like Monterey County at Arroyo Seco, which is like a racetrack. We do Santa Barbara Bowl, and then like we do like Cal Poly sports, and just really just depends. And then I also work security for the Fremont Theater, for Slow Brew Rock, and then hopefully soon the Carissa. And that's through like my operations manager from Miller Events. He has his own security force through these 3 other places, and it's fun. I mean, I don't know.
Dude, that totally checks out. I would not fuck with you.
I mean,
You have that badass energy. I'd be like,
Oh,
escort
thank
me
you.
out, will you?
Shoot, I fucking will. Shoot, get confiscate joints, you know, and then smoke them later. Just kidding, I haven't done that yet. But I will.
Until you catch the flu.
Yeah. And then other than that, I don't know, I'm working in my garden. My front yard's a huge garden, and working on myself mainly, and just trying to get my physical health back to an old version of myself that I used to be. So I went through like some medical shit these past few years, and just going through that by myself and getting out of a depression and denial, and now I'm just focusing my energy on doing my physical therapy, doing my stretching, doing yoga, hiking. You know, I just started boxing, and I've been feeling so good. And thank you, Mr. Kareem, if you're watching this, thank you for letting me come and sneak into your backyard and use your punching bag, because it's definitely showing, and I'm feeling great. And thanks for all the techniques you're showing me, and appreciate you for sure. And it's pretty much it. Like, I'm just trying to focus on me and myself and moving forward, and just being as happy and as content as my inner child will allow me to be. Yeah.
That's funny, you're boxing. Like, are you using gloves or just your fists?
No, I'm using gloves. I've learned why, like, people actually wrap their hands now, because I'm going to see it. I got some cuts going on. The first time I boxed, and I didn't, like, I have gloves, but I didn't wrap my hands, and I, like, busted up my knuckles, and now I'm, like, wrapping my hands, and it's fun, you know, go out there for 30 minutes to an hour, just depending, and you work so many different muscle groups in your body, and it just...
I really like kickboxing. Have you ever done that?
No, this is my very
I really
first
like
time.
kickboxing.
I just don't have the schedule to, like, sign up for classes and do that thing. You know, my schedule's so sporadic, and I feel like this gives me, like, hey, like, I know this bag is always going to be here, and I always have access to this bag, so it's like, why the fuck not do it a few times a week, you know? And it's better than going to the gym. It's better than, you know, not doing anything, you know? I don't know. Something new, and, like, I eventually want to, like, get into, like, Muay Thai or just take some self-defense classes, especially because I'm doing security and I'm a woman, and, like, I'd like to know how to be able to handle myself in a situation if a situation ever, you know, rose.
Punch somebody down.
Don't
You have it
me.
in you, for sure.
Yeah.
You definitely have it in you.
Well, I grew up with 2 older brothers who tortured the fuck out of me, and, you know, I had to learn how to fight, you know, like, shit, I've been target practice, they put fucking goggles on me and, like, a chest fucking protector on me and sent me, like, half a football field away and started, like, shooting me with paintball guns, you know, like, when I was a kid, they dropped me in a well we had, like, because they could, you know, like, fucking put me in, like, these big barrels, you know, and then, like, roll me around, or tires, or fucking just, I don't know. And then we'd always, like, wrestle and fight, so I appreciate that. Because if it wasn't for my brothers, I wouldn't have the thick skin and that I do right now. And, yeah, I don't know.
Did you ever spit in their face?
No, but I flipped my brother in an empty pool once.
In an empty pool? Was that a far drop down?
Like 6 feet maybe. And it was like dirt and rocks. We were like, we had been moving and we were breaking down this pool we had, and I don't know, he was being an asshole to me, and he was just sitting on the ledge, and so I just hit his feet and he like flipped and landed. But it was like dirt on the bottom, you know, because we had taken the tarp up, and yeah. But that was like, I don't know, like 6 maybe, 7. I think one of like my like favorite memories growing up on a ranch was when we didn't have agriculture in a certain part of our acreage. It used to be just dirt fields, and when it rained, my brothers and I, we'd go out there and build forts, and then like just have these huge mud fights and like just go ham. It was the funnest shit. So if anybody ever wants to have a mud fight, let me know.
I think we know a couple.
I think yeah.
Shoot.
I feel like there's like secrets you have that you can share to us.
Oh, I mean, everybody's got their secrets.
Just drink this potion.
Drink this potion? What does that mean?
You know how like in like movies or like mystical things, like people have like a thing, and then you
it's
like
like,
start
oh,
telling
just-
them like the deepest, darkest secrets.
Whoa.
Like a potion.
Okay,
The
well,
truth serum.
truth
Yeah.
serum. Okay, well, give me like a topic or something, because everybody's got their, you know,
Give us some more like backstory about you.
backstory.
Yeah, what do you do at
What-
nighttime?
What'd
Do
you
go
get
to-
into in high school? What was your thing? Were you bad? Were you
I
good? Were you
was
good at school?
There's no way you had straight A's. Fuck. No.
I was a straight A/B student. Yeah, my dad
Not
was.
straight A's though.
Okay. My dad. Well, I
You
grew
got
up
C's.
when I went to Tascadero, because it was so much more free. You know, Riverdale was like very structured, and you know, like you're set for classes your freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, regardless. You know, you had no leeway of, you know, choosing what you wanted to do. And my dad was very strict on me, especially because I was the girl of the family and the youngest child. So I didn't really have sleepovers growing up as a kid. I didn't, you know, get to have a social life outside of school. And like I studied and I read a lot of books. Like I started volunteering at a library when I was in 4th grade, and I have over 1,000 volunteer hours in the Riverdale Public Library to this day. I actually got an award for it. It's kind of cool.
You just liked hanging out at the library?
Well, my parents split up the first time when I was in 4th grade, and I was living with my mom, and my mom's a truck driver, and so when she wasn't home, I would just walk over to the library and be at the library, because the librarian went to high school with my dad, and so she had known me since I was a baby. And then one day she was like, hey, because I used to always help, around the library regardless of me being there, reading books or being on the computer or whatever. And she was all, do you want to start helping and like actually getting hours for this? So I would come in and I would volunteer and I would work the whole day with her, and I learned how to use the POS system. And if you put me in a library, I know how to shelve books. I know the Dewey Decimal System. I know how to use the computer for the library system. And I thought that was cool as fuck, just learning that. And then just like today, and like randomly I'll see books that I've seen as a kid. I'm like, whoa, like I've seen that before, you know what I mean? And it trips me out because it's like a never-ending circulation of...
You start going like this.
What? What do you mean?
Like you see a book that you've recognized or seen.
You're like, oh my god!
And you start going like this, like, that looks good.
Yeah.
Like your like tongue like starts kind of like coming out a little bit, and you like start scratching yourself. Sorry, I interrupted you. Cue.
No, you're fine. That was your cue.
No, oh, you go.
Oh, I can just... Oh, really? Okay, shoot, I don't know. Well, you told me every 15 minutes.
Oh, no, you're good. Keep going, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I technically grew up in a little town called Layton, California, which was outside of Riverdale. I lived on a 40-acre ranch that was across the street from a cemetery. Like, it was kind of cool, but... and my parents had a trucking company called Cruz Trucking at the time, and my dad and my mom, they were into like the rodeo scene, because my mom's father, my papa, he used to promote professional bull riding as his career, and my dad used to break and train horses, and we had like Watusis in Barbados, and Watusis are Portuguese longhorns, Barbados are Portuguese lambs. We used to have, beef cattle and lots of dogs, and a big section of our property was for agriculture, and my dad used to grow anything from corn to eggplants to watermelon to different types of tomatoes and peppers, squash, zucchini, all of what you would find, in a market. And after harvest, he would sell to markets, and that's how like he would get a part of his income other than the trucking company. And when I was like, I don't know, I think it was back in like 2005, maybe 2006. My dad got into a big rig accident and lost his brakes, rolled a stop sign, and hit a car, and the guy was unresponsive, and he was pulling him out of the car, and the guy died in his arms, and he got charged with involuntary manslaughter, lost his license for the trucking company. Then my dad sold the trucking company, and then after all of that transpired, my step grandpa sold our family property from underneath us without my dad without him telling my dad, and so we had to move and ended up moving to Kerman, to this other. We lived at a scale house, which it's like a place where trucks can weigh their trailers and stuff. And he started another business called Kerman Stone and Landscaping, and then my parents split up again, and my mom took my brother and I out of the States, and when we traveled one summer with my papa, and we went to a whole bunch of different PBRs, and my dad didn't know. He thought we were in Paso this whole time at my grandparents'. And then when we got back, I went to a wedding, and then I was kind of like, my mom kind of had given me like an ulterior motive, is that?
An ultimatum.
Ultimatum. Thank you. If you don't want to live with me, don't expect me to be there in your life. Don't expect me to, yeah, just don't expect me to be in your life. And as a fourth grader, I was just like, yeah, I want my mom. Of course I want my mom. And then I realized, like, my mom's not, because my mom's bipolar and she's a little crazy and out there. And realized that wasn't the best situation. And she couldn't afford to live by herself. So she ended up getting back with my dad, and we moved to a few different places, and then ended up back in we lived in Atascadero after some other shit happened. And then my mom used, I don't know, she had like a snap, and she blamed a family situation on me, which I was like, had nothing to do with. And like in this manic episode she was having, you know, she like threw me out and like just gave me those same words, you know, don't expect me to be in your life, and just like broke me fucking down. And my mom's and I relationship was just shit for, I don't know, like solid 4 or 5 years of my life, just because, I mean, even when I was a kid, she used to treat me a lot different than my older brothers and play mind games with me, and just, she was an awful human being. And I didn't talk to her for a few years. And when I was going through some medical shit back in 2020, I moved to Paso with her, and decided like, hey, this is a safe space, you know, I can figure out my stuff here. Well, she was going through a 4 or 5 year relationship that was just awful, and I felt like I was kind of called there to help her, because I ended up helping her get this awful man out of her life with, you know, a restraining order and just, you know, just a lot of shit. And after this man was out of her life, her perspective of life had changed, and our relationship had changed, and it definitely grew. And I understand how my mom is now, and she's never going to change because she is bipolar, and you know, she's not medicated or anything like that, and she medicates her own self, you know, with pot, and she drinks Modelo's. But like, yeah, it's evolved. I don't know. I've gone through some shit, and I've been through some shit, but everybody goes through life shit, you know.
You know how you said you were living at the Scale house?
Yes.
That'd be funny if they're like weighing like charcoal, and they're like, we need like 15 more pounds or something, and then they would like throw you in the bin of it.
Oh my
and
God.
Then like the weight would go up or something.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. You know?
And like
Interesting hypothetical.
you'd come out like just covered in like charcoal.
Oh my gosh.
But that would fit you. Like,
I mean,
this is you. This is your life. This
yeah.
is what you do. This is who you are. This is how it was destined to be.
Someone with the earth, man.
Not even that. You just have to take the ball and run with it. I don't know what your
Definitely.
ultimate goals are, but just fucking keep doing you, you know?
Thank you.
And honestly, that's the thing. You might, like, your ultimate goals, it might not even be anything that you'll ever know or ever will know. It's, you're here to piece together other people's lives without you knowing it or without them knowing it. But your presence was what certain people needed to establish themselves and have them do stuff. Those completely bigger picture.
Definitely.
And again, you don't know this, they don't know this, but like, you were here, and if you weren't here, none of certain things would ever have happened. But for the world to be a better place, you had to be here yourself. And I'm down in on that if you are. Let's go to the beach.
Thank you. Yeah.
Unless you have some shit you want to say.
No. I feel like that's a great ending, and I appreciate that. Definitely.
I'm itching. I'm going like this right now.
Yeah, to go to the beach. Right.
It's been fun.
No, wait,
For real, thanks for coming on, dude.
Thank
I
you.
said, yeah, we're always looking for people to kick with and like invite to things.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to include me in your life. I appreciate it.
Unless you're too cool to hang out with us.
Definitely not.
Some people are. Some people are like, yo, actually, like, everything you've, like, yeah. They're like, don't touch me, don't look at me.
No.